Hello, my name is Edwin Martinez, and this is my project called The New Contenders. The goal of this project was to make a VR graphic novel game, taking inspirations from games such as Telltale Games, The Walking Dead, Jurassic Park, and Batman, as well as the immersive select your dialogue role-playing games storytellings from games such as BioWare's Mass Effect and Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic. I wanted to make my own visual novel game, but in VR. I'm also motivated to make a narrative-driven VR game because of my interest in creative writing. For this game, I used a short story I wrote in a creative writing class for my undergrad. I'm also a professional video game developer with years in Unity experience, so I felt very comfortable in doing slightly harder things in Unity. For this game, I used Unity 2017.2 as my game engine. For hardware, I use Google Daydream and my Google Pixel 2 XL phone, which is the best optimized phone in the market for Google VR. The character models were made in Adobe Fuse and animated in Adobe Mixamo, which are a sort of character creator tool and animation rigger that is simple enough for a software engineer with no graphical art experience to use. The ship model was purchased from Simon 3D in Rendosity and made in DAS Studio. The dialogue system was purchased from 7arcs Assets in the Unity store. Despite some bugs in the dialogue system's code, I communicated with the creator and worked together to fix the code. This project relates to the course as I think VR storytelling is an untapped medium in the domain of VR. There has been some research done in the viability of VR storytelling by Jean-Luc Legreen and his team in TCD University. Overall, I think this vertical slice turned out very good, but it's incomplete as I wanted to add a spaceship battle scene. I will be uploading this game to the Google Play Store as a technical demo and hopefully add that battle scene and better polish the product. Right now I'm gonna continue with the demo of the game and gonna walk through the game mechanics and what's going on. So in this game, the player is the captain of the ship. He or she is sitting in the captain's chair. Right now, I'm interacting with my crewmates to prepare the ship to launch for a mission. Right now, I'm gonna talk with the science officer, and he explains to me his role. The science officer is the gentleman to the left in blue. Everybody here is rigged to animate and have a talking animation when you interact with them. Looks like everybody's ready. I'm gonna ask my first officer about our mission details. Notice that the button either says continue or has the dialogue choice for the player. So the player is responding to the conversation by, in this instance, by saying understood or what was the mission again. Now we're gonna launch our ship to begin our mission. For this hyperspace animation, I'm using a particle system, and I'm also transitioning the skyboxes from a blue skybox, skybox to a black star skybox, and then switch over the skybox to one that transitions from the black stars to the green planet. Now I met up with our allies. Notice their fleet of ships in front of us. When you highlight a button or a dialog choice, it becomes slightly bigger as to tell the player, give a visual cue that the button is being highlighted. So I'm going to be talking through a hologram to the commander of the fleet ahead of us. So humans have a uneasy alliance with this race, but it's an alliance that needs to be made to defeat a harder foe. Some things to work on is making text fit better in buttons and making buttons more dynamic to react to longer text sizes. In the dialog system that I use, you can set up trigger events, and that is how I'm triggering all the animations, all the ship movements, everything that's going on. And we've launched our ship to battle. Looking around the ship, having a full view. There's the ceiling, back of the ship. There is the chair that I'm sitting on. There is my Google VR controller. Notice that everybody has an idle animation of some sort. Engineers instructing his team. Science officer and communications officer working on the hologram computer. Weapons and tactics been managed. All right, thank you.